Welcome everybody to another episode of The Throne Room. We got some very special guests here in the studio today. Very pleased, very honored to have them in here. I'm going to let them go ahead and introduce themselves.
What's up, it's Warren.
Oh, I'm Jacob.
I'm Jesus, DJ PM.
Keon, but everybody calls me Key.
There you go. So all the viewers may not know exactly what y'all do and who you guys are. Go ahead and tell us exactly who you are and what it is that you guys do.
Well, I'm Warren and I'm an MC. I run the night show. The night show is my own shows that I do. We do really big parties all across. You know, we've been all in Wichita for some years now. Brought some guys along with me, some essential players that I could really work with and could take us to the next level. I'll let them introduce themselves.
All right, I'm Jacob. Like I said, I mainly do photo video. Based in California, but just back here for the whole virus situation. But yeah, so like Worm said, with the night show, I'm going to be doing a lot of the photo video coverage, also help out with the marketing and promotion on it.
I'm DJ PM. I'm from New York, born and raised. Been DJing for over 30 years. I do a lot of private events across the country, and I'm living here now in Wichita. Been here for 7 years. Doing a few events. I've done some with Worm, and we're just trying to collaborate, trying to take it to the next level.
Key, I kind of just help Warren with promoting, really just kind of whatever he needs help with, whatever he says goes. So I just kind of help him, try to help get his little get out there, parties and everything that's promoting and everything like that.
So y'all the big party crew then. This, like if you want the party to go down, this is who y'all call.
It's not a party no more, it's a show.
He done turned, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we upgraded.
We got numbers.
There, he said numbers. Now what is the night show? What is it? I've seen the videos, I know what it is. But go ahead and explain to the audience on what the night show really is.
The night show is it's something that really can't be explained. It's a party times 10. It's
you gotta experience it.
You gotta experience it. Come on.
Now, is we talking like Project X?
No, we bigger than that.
Oh, okay.
Bigger and more legal.
They burnt down the neighborhood.
Yeah, no, we legal. Yeah. No, we are, when you go to the club and they ain't let nobody else in and it's a couple thousand people outside waiting in line, that big.
Oh shit.
6 times over capacity big.
Oh, so y'all fire hazard.
Yeah. Fire chief coming out.
That's what y'all is a fire hazard.
Yeah.
So what ultimately started this? What was the whole point of it getting started?
Oh, my boy Kai, shout out Kai Lemons. Me and him were sitting around back in like freshman year when Travis Scott dropped that what's that called? With the night show in it, Antidote. And I remember we were hanging out and he kept saying, we should throw parties. And I just, I didn't know nothing about parties back then. He kept mentioning, a new name. He kept saying the night show. I said, you know what? I love that. So, we threw a couple house parties here and there. It started out with 10 people, with little kickbacks. And then it went to 50 people and 60 people and up till now to, 4,500, 5,000 people.
Oh, so y'all really making the fire marshal mad.
Yeah, he's pissed.
So it went from pissing off parents to pissing off the fire marshal.
Pissing off fire marshals, catching tickets.
Yeah. Okay. So you and your boy are ultimately the ones that started it in the first place.
Yeah. He would be here today, but he took the college route, and he went to college, and that's good for him. College isn't for everybody, but he played ball, and he's still playing ball to this day, and he succeeded. I hope he lives that out.
There you go. Hey, shout out to him.
Mm-hmm. My boy Kai.
Big shout out. So explain how everybody else got brought into this. Who was brought into it and why?
Well, with Keon, he basically my brother. We played football growing up, and we just
I'm
always
so sorry for that.
anyway, basically my brother. So we just always was best friends throughout the years, and then he had his own crew, Emerald City Mafia. What we kind of did on the side, and that's a conversation we're gonna talk about in a little bit. But you know, he's just always been around, and he always gonna be around. My boy Jacob Clark, his credentials is just crazy, man. You know, if you don't know Jacob, then you just been living under a rock all your life. You know, he's that guy, and he'll explain that in a little bit. DJ PM, oh my God, the best dude to get on the ones and twos, man. Okay. I did my night show at 6 Degrees, man. I was supposed to be the DJ, and the owner he said, you know what, I want to bring a DJ in. I was like, man, he ain't gonna play what I want to play. He gonna be BSing all night, and it's gonna be whack and shit. Man, this dude came in, what?
Killed it.
Murdered it.
Oh.
Killed it, bro, man.
Funeral and all.
Man, we had people rocking out live.
Okay.
Man.
Okay.
Police shut us down.
Yeah, police showed us. Man, we started at 9. We got shut down at 12. It was too crazy. And then the police, you know, this is when I knew I liked this dude. He was DJing, and there's speakers outside. Right. And the police had pulled up. And I told him, man, you should play Fuck the Police by NWA. And he played it at a club in downtown Wichita. You know, that don't never happen.
Hey.
And they shut us down.
I mean, we have respect for them, but at that point, we were so pissed.
Yeah, we was pissed.
It was good. It was a good party.
It was amazing.
We were at capacity.
Mm-hmm. So ever since then, I said, I gotta have this guy on my team. I want him to DJ any night show I ever have from now on.
So been on the team ever since then.
We've been getting it ready for the next level.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jacob.
Yeah.
So, you know, Worm's saying if they don't know about you, they messing up. What's that about, man? Come on, tell us. Tell us.
So, a lot of people don't know. We do a lot of behind the scenes works for some bigger artists, and also like I really enjoy reaching out to the smaller artists to like really help give them a platform. Mm-hmm. So we'll do anything from music videos, photo shoots, help out with marketing plans, really anything and everything on the artist side, just to help develop them and give them the image that they want, and then also just help teach these younger kids that are trying to get into the music industry the right ways to go about stuff. Because a lot of these YouTubers that are out there showing people like, oh, you can do this and do this to grow your career, that's all recycled information from 5 years ago. Right. And so myself and my business partner, we've been out there in business meetings with labels and big managers, A&Rs, everything. So we know like the ropes, and we see that a lot of this information online is misleading.
Right. So because I know we talked a little bit, you know, and what's some of the upcoming projects that you've been working on right now?
So there's quite a bit that can't really be disclosed just because the scale of it. Right. But just on the smaller end of it, we have music videos for this kid named Damien Styles still coming out. I'm the Real AK, Quadeca, and a bunch of other people.
So you working with up and coming names, and you got some bigger projects.
Yeah. We have a couple like mainstream people that we've worked with, and we're still waiting on those projects to come out. And then also we have a bunch of just smaller artists that we kind of bring in and just give them like cheaper videos and just kind of just show them how to do it.
There you go. Now I'm really gonna grill you on that.
Go for it.
Who are some of the names that you work with though?
The mainstream ones I can't really say just because it's all under NDA. But some of the bigger people I've worked with have been Juice WRLD, Hippie Sabotage, of course Woah Vicky. I do a lot of stuff with her. And then on the smaller end, of course, Damien Styles, this kid named Blaine B, and then just a bunch of other like smaller Wichita local people that I'm trying to just show the way to go instead of some of these other ways that I see that some of these guys are going. Because the whole Wichita mindset's way different than what it should be. So that's one thing that we're trying to change up. And so...
Facts.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah,
I want to applaud on that one. I'm so glad that this man said that.
Yeah, like, honestly, like, not to throw shade at anyone here, but the mindset of a lot of the people here is just kind of like the old. Once that gets changed up and we can just get a couple people popping that they can see like, oh, they went a different route than I did, it's going to help change things a lot. And then same thing with even like the night show and everything. That's why I really enjoy working with them, is because it is that LA lifestyle. Like, it's not the whole old school mentality. Like, no, we're trying to do the bigger league stuff. And like
really trying to show what things could
exactly,
be.
Exactly. And that's
really
Wichita's definitely coming up on the whole youth side of things. Like, when I originally was here 2-3 years ago, like, the party scene wasn't that major, and like it was just a bunch of smaller stuff going on that like I can see Worm really pushing to do, but people aren't going out, people weren't doing this. But now I see the Wave opened up, and I see that they're doing really good shows and all this other stuff, and so now I'm more leaning towards like, hey, like, let's really start going up with this, because the kids are changing their mindset on what they want to do.
So just kind of break on that real quick.
Yeah.
Where, because y'all pretty much shut down every place you been to.
Yeah.
You know, if the night show shows up, it's gonna get shut down.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be past capacity. You know,
That's the only reason, really. Just
Yeah.
capacity problems.
Like, and I want everybody to understand, like, to get a club or a space in general past capacity to where there's a line outside the building, like, y'all don't understand. I've seen these videos. This is not a joke. I've seen it. It's crazy. Like, to get to that, I mean, they only doing that out in LA. They only doing that in Vegas. They're only doing that in bigger cities. That, you know, they ain't doing that anywhere else like that.
Yeah, the shows that I used to go to here were 50, 60 people.
Max.
And now, once I start working with Worm in the night show, it's like, oh, like, people are understanding. Like, people are coming out and having fun, telling their friends, and that's what needs to happen.
So when we gonna shut down interest? I see my man back there.
Man.
He said, "Wait a minute, hold on. When we gonna shut down interest?"
Future plans, baby. Future plans, for sure.
Cause what they hold 15,000.
I don't even know, Cap.
I wouldn't know. To be honest.
Nothing I've looked into.
So I mean, we got the big DJ back there.
Yeah.
We gonna come to you. He already got the look. He said, "That's easy."
Just give me the crowd, I'll play to them.
He said, "That's easy. I could do that all day,
Mm.
all day." You know, we actually gonna come. DJ, talk to me. Let me know how'd you get started? You said you've been going for 30 years.
Over 30 years. Originally from New York, born and raised. Started off as a hobby. I was about 12 years old. You know, growing up in New York, it was kind of rough, man. So
Man,
my parents tried to make sure that I was happy inside the house as opposed to, you know, going outside. In the early 80s, crack was a big thing and gangs were everywhere. So stayed inside, man, and just, you know, practiced and played. Actually, my listening crowd was actually the people in the streets, the hustlers that were down there selling the crack. You know, they were in the corner, right across the street from the store.
so where at in New York? Where you at?
I started off in Manhattan. That's where I was
Okay.
born, and got raised there till about, I don't know, 12 maybe. And then we
Okay.
moved up about 15 minutes from there to Yonkers.
Okay.
A lot of people a lot of rappers, and Mary J, DMX, I believe, from there too.
So you
I
done-
mean, so
you done been
represent
in-
YO. But you know, back then I lived in one of the projects, lived on the 6th floor, and I used to put my speaker out into the window
There you go.
and played my music as loud as I could for the people that were down there. You know, they were my crowd, man. So I have always played for the crowd. I do it for the love, you know. To this day, you know, I went to college. I did it just as a hobby. You know, I didn't think I was gonna make money out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then around I think it was about 21 years old, I had this job, got laid off, and I had a boy who I got into. I had taught him how to DJ, who was still doing it, and he was like, "Yo, if you need work, I'll hook you up." He says, "You're better than me. You can get a job real quick in the city."
What?
Hooked me up, and that's it. I started working these clubs. I was working 5 nights a week in New York, bouncing around big clubs. Got discovered by this lady named Blanche, who used to do the fashion shows for Calvin Klein.
Okay.
And then she got me in. I started doing fashion shows, started doing pre-Grammy parties.
Okay.
you know, movie premieres, a bunch of stuff all over New York.
Listen
Started
to that,
flying around
people.
and stuff. And, you know, came from like just, you know, really humble, poor family, and now, you know, thriving to try to continue to, you know, do what I love to take it to the next level. And when I met Worm, you know, we did that event, you know, I knew that this was it. You know, we can totally collaborate. You know, being here in Wichita is a totally different, that's a long story, how I got here, but I've been here 7 years now. And I still do events, you know, I still fly back, but everything, like, you know, everything is on hold right now, is on pause, but that doesn't mean we stop hustling, so we're trying to,
For sure.
we're trying to make it to the next level, so.
And see, I see that. I
Mhm.
see that drive. Like I've known Worm for, man, like this is my little brother. You know, that's my little brother. We butt heads, you know, we got in each other's faces, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, love is dumbass. You know, if he fell down some stairs, I'd laugh. But I'd help him up. You know, laughing. But I'd help him up. So I know he explained how you guys got linked up. What was your thoughts when the owner came to you and said this? Like, you know, hey, I need you to jump in and do this.
You know, I think it was last minute actually, or, right, wasn't it last minute?
It was
or
last
something
minute.
like that?
Hell, it was the day of.
It was the day of, and I was like, all right, I'm coming in, man. They wanted me to get there at 9. I was like, I can't be there till 10. But he's like, if you can try to get here early, you know, and I tried to get there a little early, and I saw cars scrambling to get to the parking lot. You know, they were looking for parking. There was a line to get into this place. And I walked in, and I see Worm up there trying to, you know, he was playing music. You know, people were dancing. They were vibing up in there. And he was like, yo, can you get on? Are you the DJ? Can you throw down? I'm like, yeah. We started talking. He was like, you know, this is what I think, you know, the crowd, you know, would really react to, and this and that, and we were just working well together, you know. I'm a listener, you know. I like to play for the crowd.
Right.
You know, there's a time when you can play for yourself, but when you're in a club and there's a bunch of people that are looking up to you to get that vibe going, you gotta play to them. You gotta reach out to them and vibe with them, you know. Just
Man, and
reciprocal, you know. It's a reciprocal thing. You give out a certain vibe, they receive it, and they throw it right back at you.
Because there's a lot of, I've been to a few clubs here where they don't do that. They just, it's something different. Like they just play some random shit that ain't got nothing to do with what's going on. And I'm just like, okay, well, let me go sit my ass down.
Yeah.
You know, that's ultimately sad.
Yeah, I'm. You know, I think a lot of performers and artists have their own way of doing things. Me as a person, that's just who I am.
Right.
You know, I like to. I want to make sure that I've always been a giver. You know, I want to make sure people are happy. You know, it's just my persona. I've always been like that. And I think the love that I have for music and DJing, and for seeing people, you know, light up and have that energy, build up that energy, it's an amazing feeling. You know, it's like a high, like I can't even explain. You know, once I'm done, you know, after a night like that, you're still on a high. You know, you just feel like you're floating, man.
And I completely agree with him on that. You know, when you see all these people in this crowd, and you just see them just having a great time, forgetting about everything. You know, it's amazing. Mm-hmm. You know, and something that I learned throughout the years. You know, not to cut you off, but like the best feeling ever is when someone tells you, you know, this is where I met my wife. I met my wife at the night show, or I met my girlfriend, or we're expecting a baby. You know, that's so dope because, you know, without the night show, these two people would have never met.
Facts.
This child would have never been born.
Facts.
Yeah. It's so much bigger than, oh, it's a party, oh, let's just go have fun. No, it's like it's unexplainable. It truly is, and agreeing on what he said, bro. It's just,
man, that's facts.
Seeing these people is just amazing, man. You know, I've seen gang banging kids. I've seen kids that would have been probably killed the night of. Like, you know, a kid telling me like, "Yo, I was about to go do something crazy, but I said, you know, I want to go check out this party," and they stayed there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know, I've been spoken to by the police department saying, you know, our crime rate went down during these hours in that side of the town. You know, well, yeah, because these kids were here. You know, I don't want to say if it's a safe zone, but it's a safe zone. You know,
Right.
there's security here. You can't get in with weapons. This is something that kids from 18. There's nowhere in Wichita to go from 18 to 21.
Right.
You know, we just taking these kids and giving them something to do,
Man.
and it's just it's beautiful, man.
Keeping them out the streets.
Keeping them out the streets, having a blast, having a fucking amazing time at
Yeah,
that.
he brought that here for us, you know, like people who was 18 and under. There's nothing really for us to do but rodeo. You know what I mean? Like, there's no, we can't go downtown. So he started that for Wichita, for our group. I mean, I'm 21. I just turned 21 a couple days ago. So he brought that whole just, you know, party for the young people who can't really go out like that.
To bring it out.
Yeah, he brought it out for us, people our age. So we can go to this party, so we can't go downtown. You know what I mean?
Like us three, we know what it is. You know, with PM and you guys are older than us, so you guys don't really understand. You know that it's boring for y'all. You know, at that time you guys could go to the casino, go to the clubs, go have a great time. We were just at home doing dumb shit.
For real.
I've seen you do.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I know this. I've had to talk to you about not doing dumb shit.
So I said, you know what? I'm gonna give him something to do. And when I gave him something to do, man, it took off, man.
That's crazy.
So see, and to comment on that, that's the great thing about it, because what you basically describe is it's more than just a party. It's like you said, it's a safe haven.
Yeah,
You know, when you're getting talked to and said, hey, crime rate went down, you know, that's something, especially here for some odd reason, that needs to be recognized. That really does need to be recognized, because if you can lower crime rate, then you're doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy, like, how many people actually come out to it, and like the different ethnicities of people. Like when we did the rodeo show, there was the country kids hanging out with the street kids, and it was just like everybody came together, and it was just something you don't see a lot of. Like if you go to a house party, it's just gonna be more of like the street kids, but if you go elsewhere, like, but when everyone's together, it's just all unity. Like everyone's just having a good time.
For sure.
And like there's never really been any like major fights or anything to like happen there, because like you said, security's just right there and everyone's just having a good time.
Yeah.
Cause I saw the rodeo one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that rodeo one was fun.
Make sure you insert a clip right here to let them know.
The rodeo.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, man. And shout out to Club Rodeo working with me with that, bringing the urban kids into a country club. You know,
Man, for those who don't know what rodeo is, they have live
bull riding.
Bull riding. They still had it that night.
There were so many kids. There were so many people. It was so many people that have never seen live bull riding, and they said this was something just, it went from bull riding to going crazy on a dance floor, back to bull riding to country to hip hop. Man, like he said, just everything just came together. Man, I seen white kids turning up with the hood kids turning up with the cowboys. Cowboys, all over. I'm like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
Insane.
See y'all.
See all the little country kids turning up to like X and all that. Like, I was like, okay, like let's get it. Like,
Man,
live.
It was live, man. Whoa, man. I just want to thank Club Rodeo for working with me. That was truly
Rodeo.
a great experience, man. The security was on it, from security to the bull riders to the guys that direct the bulls. I don't know what they're called, but everything was just
Bull directors. We'll call them right.
yeah. It was just amazing, man.
Rodeo clowns,
Shout out to Adam
rodeo.
and those guys for letting me do that at Rodeo. I truly thank you guys for that.
That was crazy. Like I've seen, like y'all don't understand. Insert clip here. It was live.
Yeah.
That was live. That was, even I seen it and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, first of all, this ain't in Wichita. But no, it wasn't Wichita, y'all.
Yeah, it was
I need y'all
insane.
to understand it was in Wichita.
Like being on the floor was one thing, but as soon as we got up into the DJ booth and just saw the amount of people, it was just like, oh, like this is really happening. And then I had to run out to my car, and I got there early, and so I ran out to my car, and there was just a line of people around the building saying that they can't get in, and I'm just like, well, shit, let them in. Like,
Yeah.
I understand there's a capacity limit, but let's go.
And
Let's
then
have fun.
after a while, they said, you know what, fuck the capacity. Their capacity is like 28. We had
35, 40.
man. 4,500 easy, for real.
But y'all don't understand how many people that is.
Oh yeah, the parking lot was packed out.
People, it was so condensed and just so, it was so electric. It was just crazy. Like people passing out, people crowd surfing, people just, you're not leaving the night show if you're not drenched in sweat. Like that, you didn't do it right. You didn't go. You were leaving drenched in sweat, tired, ready to go home and go to sleep. Like it's crazy. It truly is.
No time for IHOP.
No time.
No time for IHOP.
Nah, you home and sleeping.
Yeah, you go home, go to bed.
You can't even make that one little detour. Like, hey, let's go grab some pancakes real quick.
In fact,
You
I left
fall asleep
early.
at IHOP.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
see that. So with all, cause you said you do all the marketing and help with the promotion, right? So what is it that you do to help bring 100 people? I want people to understand that 100, that's 4,000 for you slow ones. I want you to understand that's 4,000 people. So what is it that you do to help bring
In Wichita.
4,000 people in Wichita, Kansas? Now, mind you, and I've said this on some of my other videos, a lot of these like artists in Wichita, like they could barely get 20, 30 people to come out and see their shows. But y'all are having 4,000. Y'all have whole ass mini concerts
Nah,
before
we
just a show.
We don't, like, I really don't have to do anything. It's his name, you know what I mean? Everybody knows Worm. He's been doing this party thing since we was in high school.
Right.
And then when you got a live DJ, I mean, his credentials speak for themselves. Guys in there taking pictures. It's a whole different experience. Like I said, it's not a party. It's a lifestyle for us. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
I mean, yeah, I can go out there and put the flyers out and promote, which I do my part, but it kind of speaks for itself because we've been doing it for so long. Everybody just knows what it is when they get there. Like, oh, it's a night show. It's going to be live. You know what I mean?
They already know.
Yeah, it speaks for itself. So it makes it real easy on me.
So you got the easy job.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So this nigga don't do nothing.
I just
He don't do nothing.
I show up. No, I'm playing.
Man.
No, I pass out the flyers, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody, kind of like you said, not, in the most humble way possible. It's just the numbers speak for themselves. You know, when you see the night show, you know.
I mean, that's
You know.
true. Like when you got, that's what people don't understand. When you got numbers and be like, well, what is it that you do? And you just show the clip, show the numbers.
This is
It's
what we do.
That's what we do.
Yeah,
You know?
it's like show up, have a good time.
It's hard to be like, that's fake. Like, okay.
And sometimes, we'll get the guys that want to be competition, and I'm all for competition. 100%. I will take the competition
I know that.
and raise the. I'm the person to raise the bar higher. It's all love, but let's see who can pull more people. Let's see who's going to do more. Let's see who's going to actually sell out. Let's see who's gonna do it. Let's raise the bar higher. Let's give Wichita something to do.
Let's see who can get shut down first.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna draw more people and make it to where your guys' stuff is not going to be anything compared to ours.
Facts.
It's just raising the bar higher. It's all love at the end of the day for everybody out there. But let's give the people a show. Let's do something. Wichita's whack. This is all we can do. Let's actually do it then.
So if you guys had, say you had your own space that could hold 4,000, 5,000, what would you do with that? Like,
Exceed it by double. Bring in 10,000.
Just go dumb.
Yeah.
Go
if you
dumb.
literally had that, just the space that anytime, anywhere, just you had that space to just, you walk in, you turn on the lights, you unlock the doors. Probably not in that order. Probably have to unlock the doors first. That's another story. They got apps for that now.
You turn it on, it's just
Man.
If we had that space, I'd give Jake the 100% of use it when you want to. With he goes crazy with the cameras. I'll allow Keon to do whatever he wants. I'll allow PM to do whatever he wants whenever he wants. These guys are people that I feel can take all of us to the next level. You know, PM
Right.
could do it, Jake could do it, I could do it, Keon could do it. It's there's no I in team. Always. These guys, they can do whatever they want.
For sure.
They could do whatever they want with that building. I don't care. Because, you know, they're going to take us to the next level.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we've been looking into. Like, at least personally myself, for next year, I've been thinking about just getting a warehouse or something out here, trying to find something that's feasible for that, to where it's in a decent location, and then we can just start their own shows whenever. Because that is the hardest part right now, at least from what I can see, is just getting the venues to agree. Because you come to them saying that you want to throw an 18 to 20, or like an 18 and up show, that's already taken away their bar sales. They don't want to book you there. And then you kind of tell them, like, the crowd that you're bringing in, that's a deterrent right there. And it's just like, you have to explain to them that, like, we do have security, we do have all this stuff, so a lot of that crime that's going to be happening elsewhere won't be happening here.
That's the stuff that people don't know about, is the battles that you have to fight.
Exactly.
Like, you really got to, like, let these owners know, like, you know, hey, yeah, like, yeah, this is our crowd, but we got it. So with that said, what's been some of the hardest hurdles that you've had to overcome? With just everything.
Everything is just getting people to see the vision. Like, that's the hardest thing. It's just like, you can sit here and tell people about, like, what you're doing, or, like, even show them, like, stuff you've done in the past, and they're still not going to believe it. Like, it's just getting people to understand your vision and to support that vision. Like, even with some of these artists here in town, like, everyone that's trying to do this stuff, is the people might see it on their Facebook, but are they stopping and looking at it? Like, you just have to get them to understand your vision, and then once people understand and start spreading it, like, word of mouth is the biggest thing. That's why these parties do so well, is because everyone's posting it on their Snapchat. Everyone's posting it on Twitter. And, like, once people see that somebody else agrees with it and wants to do it, that's when they do it. And so, like, that's just the biggest thing, is a lot of people almost are sheeps. And so you just got to, like, guide them.
Facts.
And so once, like I said, people, if they agree with your vision and they support it, it's going to grow. And so that's our biggest thing right now, is just trying to get to people, or trying to have people see the vision. And
Facts. What you think, PM? What would you say would be some of the hardest hurdles that you've seen? Because you've done a lot of shows, and you've done a lot of shows across the country. For you to click up with this team, this crew, this vision, what have you seen has been some of the hardest things for you to overcome, just for yourself?
I would think some of the obstacles is sometimes it's the music also. I think a variety of that, some of these club owners want to control that. And so they want to control not just the music, but they want to control the people that they get. And I think that's one of the conflicts that we have nowadays, because, you know, what I do is I play for the people. So if the people want to hear that music, I'm going to play what the people come in. I'm not in charge of what they listen to,
Right.
in that aspect, because I play for them.
Right.
So I think, you know, like Jacob just said, you know, trying to make them understand, and dealing with club owners, trying to tell them, you know, this is not going to happen. We're trying to bring a crowd in here. You're going to make money. They still don't want to, like, just open up to that. You know, I think a lot of people, I'm not going to say all the club owners, but there's always somebody there who wants to manipulate how you play.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I want to manipulate everything, because at the same time it's their venue. So I can see when you asked, you know, what would we do if we had our own venue? You know, obviously we'd be playing for the crowd. We'd be bringing in, you know, we could, like Jacob had said, and maybe we start working with local artists and doing shows up there. You know, trying to do things that are different that other club owners aren't willing to take a chance on. You know.
Right.
So I think that's one of the major issues, is just trying to, you know, tell, you know, not and just keep mixed, because that's the other thing, is mixing it up is a good thing. You know, and that's one thing I like to do for a crowd. You know, when they were talking about rodeo, all the different variety of people from different cultures, from different races, you know, coming together, you can play everything to them. You know, you don't stay with one thing. You give them everything. You create this certain vibe, and that's what we're trying to do. You know, we're trying to create that, so that it doesn't matter what walk of life you're coming from. It doesn't matter what you listen to. We're gonna mix it up for you. You know, we're all gonna vibe together. So I think trying to, you know, have people in this industry realize that that's how it is nowadays. It's not just we're gonna just do this one thing and then that's it. spread it across all different types of music if we can, to try to keep it moving, try to keep that vibe going, But I think that's one of the major obstacles right now, is just trying to work with people and show them, like you said, show them the vision, try to let them know, this is not, we're not gonna stick with one thing, we're gonna mix it up, we're gonna bring something new.
You're gonna do what needs to be done, that way you can get to that vision part.
And the other thing is the energy that you bring, Some people can talk it and say they're gonna do this, but the energy isn't there, or the numbers aren't there, We're trying to do that whole thing. We're trying to bring the numbers and bring the energy. Those shows that you see on movies, and when they have this big huge party, that's kind of the vibe that I know we can do. So we're trying to do that same thing. We're trying to just expand on that.
Cause you've done it.
I've done it many times. That's the other thing, is that for me, I've done it. I can't even tell you how many shows I've done. I can't even tell you how many people I've played in front of after all my years of doing it.
Right.
I cannot tell you, but you know what doesn't get tiring is that energy, that reaction when you throw in a song, or when you scratch one in, when you mix it in, and the crowd is still moving to the same beat.
There you go.
And then they realize that it's the next song, and it's the right song. I mean that energy it still gets you. It still gets you, man.
So even through all the bullshit that you got to deal with, all the owners trying to control everything, this and that, and everything that can go wrong, you still love what it is you do.
I will always love this, because I've been saying I was going to retire after a few years. Like, I think when I turned 35, I said I'm going to retire. This is it. I've had my good share of parties. I've had some crazy nights, and it's just, I felt like, okay, I need to settle down a little bit, but I still do it.
Just can't let go.
Even now that we're on pause, I'm doing it, making mixes and stuff. I'm not playing anybody, but I'm making those mixes not because I have to, but because I want to, because I love to do it.
Because you're going to be ready.
Yeah.
You stay ready.
I'm on top of all the music. Anything that's coming down the pipeline, I'm listening to it. I'm getting it. I'm getting new stuff.
I'm trying to tell.
Yeah, we got the best of the best in every aspect.
So this is, I want everybody to understand. This is the crew. This is the night show. It's not just, like I said, it's not just a show. It's a team. It's a family. It's a lifestyle. It's me and Warren was sitting here talking. What was that, like a week ago?
In Walmart.
Yeah, man. No, I'm talking about when we were talking outside.
Oh yeah.
We were talking about what is it that we need to do to get this to Dubai.
Yeah.
Shut down Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I just want y'all to really put that in your minds. If you do what you do now in Dubai,
100,000 in a night.
he said,
Quick.
Wait a minute. And with the track that you're on and the way it's going, it's going to happen. Like, that's...
Yeah, this is just the beginning. We're all still young. Like, that was another hard thing, is just to get people to understand that, like, yeah, we're all majority 20, 21, but we still know what we're doing. Like, that's the big thing, too, is just, since we're young, people look down upon us. It's like, no. Like, we've been in this industry, like, this is our industry. Yeah. Like, let us do what we need to do.
Absolutely.
It really is, and that's where, even for me, like, it can get difficult, But for y'all to have to fight those battles and, really, like you said, try to convince people, because that's the things that people don't see. People don't understand. Like, you put on the perfect party, but they don't understand the bullshit that goes on that you have to deal with.
Yeah.
That you did a show here, a rodeo. But how many other venues did you go to that said nah?
Yeah.
How many owners basically looked at you, told you to get the fuck out of my office?
Many of people said no. Many people then said no, but now they're changing their whole aspects on views, whatnot.
And see, that's the thing that people just don't see, don't realize. And realistically, if you were gonna have let's just be honest about it. The younger crowd is what pays the bills at clubs.
Mm-hmm.
It really ain't the older crowd. They really, they really ain't going out no more.
Mhm.
You know, once they say like, nah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna settle down and all that.
How I feel.
Sounds like it.
You know, they stop going out and all that, and just like you said, just like you, like
It does get to you, man. It gets to your body. It gets to you. It wears you down. It does wear you down. As you get older. But like they said, the youth is the one. They're the ones that are still keeping it going. So the older people that maybe come out on a date night, on like Saturday night, and that's it.
right.
The youth is trying to come out on a Tuesday, Wednesday,
Every night.
Thursday,
Every
Friday,
night.
Sunday.
They on social media.
They're on 6 days a week.
Hey,
they can.
where's it at?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
The same
What's the
one-
move tonight? What's the move tonight?
Same one that's on the table on Saturday be singing in the choir on Sunday.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And really, those the ones that you have to appeal to, like, and that's what y'all appeal to. Just like you said, Warren been doing this since, and I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it, cause I still remember you putting up, come to the night show and this. You started in the garage, wasn't it?
Yeah. My dad's house.
Yeah.
Well, he was out of town.
It was just in the garage, and I think I even remember like messaged you like, "Nigga, what you doing?"
Just look at that, man. We started in the garage, and now I'm working with people like Jake and PM. And
So
we up there now.
we just gonna put something out there. Why everything start in the garage,
Bruh, that's just
Or a basement.
The space.
man? Look,
it's empty
started parties
space.
in the basement.
like think about it.
It's
Like,
empty space that's readily available.
Mhm.
I mean, Apple started in the garage, like a bunch of stuff. Like,
Apple, Microsoft, all these big name companies, they start in a garage or a basement. Like,
yeah, that's what you have to use. Or you're gonna use it. I mean,
man,
even your space that you have here, like it's very professional, well set up.
Yeah.
Like,
I appreciate
and
that.
it's in a basement. Like,
Yeah. looks
Yeah,
great.
what people don't really realize is we're in my basement right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's
we're whole ass in my
In
basement.
Wichita.
in Wichita.
This is like some next level shit.
yeah, and it's already set up. Like, why it starts in the basement or why it starts in the garage is that's what you have to use. Like, not everyone has the luxury of being able to start an office space right off the jump, and
Right.
so just being able to use what you have is like that's what works best. That's what makes people work the hardest, I think.
Yeah, it gives you that
I
ambition.
mean, PM putting speakers out the window,
Yeah.
Yeah.
letting the dealers know, hey, I got you.
He said, I'm gonna throw some bangers
I
out.
remember them always asking me to play. I remember when Craig Mack came out, and they would ask me to play to play that again. I'd hear them screaming, play that again. Play that again. I remember when Wu-Tang Clan came out, same thing. And I'd be playing the whole
Like they
album. I'd play that again.
He
And
had
then
the
I
whole-
go down there, and they'd be like, "Yo, you that little DJ that be playing those jams, right?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yo, we got you. Any problems, you let us know."
Hey, he had the whole block on protect. He said,
I did.
whatever you need, you let us know.
That's it.
See, we gonna dive into that at a later time. I want to get deeper into your background, Jacob's too. Worm don't do shit. Like that. This, I just want to say, like, everything that y'all do, keep doing. And me and Worm were already talking, and we gonna do the trilogy of I have my own show that I do. It's called The Royal Affair, and I did the first show about 3 years ago, and I really kind of been 3-4 years ago. I really kind of been sitting on it, letting people do what they're gonna do, and I'm gonna talk shit. I don't care. That's what we do here in the throne room. We let it. I mean, it's not shit talking. It just is what it is.
This
Like
is real.
you saw what I did for that,
Yeah.
and nobody's done it to that mentality.
Yeah.
So now it's at the point. It's like, okay, well, obviously we got to get back to doing it. So I'm planning part 2 right now, but the trilogy is gonna be with the night show.
Yeah.
And I wasn't gonna let that be known, but
No.
it's gonna be out. So it's what we gonna do, and what me and Worm was talking about is we're going to bring the night show with not only, you know, the party vibe and the party aspect, but also with live performances.
Oh yeah, that's a major thing.
And, you know, with you working with, you know, up and coming artists, you know, especially, you know, artists that are in the city or close to the city that just want to perform. Perfect platform for them.
Oh yeah, that's
You know.
that's one of my major motives to like potentially come back to the city. It is just for that reason. There's so many very, very talented kids here that are knowing what to do, and they just don't have the place to perform, and they don't have the platform or the right people to guide them where they need to go. And so, yeah, that'd be an amazing thing to do. Just start their own concerts with them and just have a mix of a DJ set and then have a 10-minute set for an artist, just so they can kind of get out there. Like, 10 minutes is quite a bit of time. Like, that's at least 3 songs. Especially nowadays, there's people doing songs that are a minute and a half. Boom, they can just knock out some of their bangers that they have and then go on with it.
Half a whole mix.
Yeah.
And that's what's really gonna open eyes on for a lot of these young artists is you're performing in front of 4,000 people.
Mm.
How many chances are you gonna get like this? You know, you got PM. PM got you.
Yeah.
You get him your set. He gonna get it done. Between, you know, Jacob, I'll be right there with you. The commercial that we gonna do for it, because you saw the commercial that we did. The commercial that we do for it is gonna be crazy. You know, we got Key back there. He gonna get the promotion going. You know, I'm gonna be right there with you. Worm still ain't gonna do shit.
Just show up. No, but
he's just gonna show up.
Just orchestrated ringleader, man.
You know, it's gonna be something that's just it's gonna be crazy. You know, and that's the fact that y'all are doing this and showing that it can be done. Not only can it be done, it is being done. And I mean, the cotillion just needs to go ahead and sign that deed over.
Yeah.
Yeah, say the least.
Let's just go ahead and sign it over. Y'all ain't doing nothing with it anyways. You know, and let's make it happen.
One thing I wanna you know, let the people know. A lot of people see the night show and they see me. This is Worm. It's not Worm. It's PM. It's, you know, Jake Clark. It's Keon. It's not me. You know, I'm not playing the music. I'm not shooting the pictures. I'm promoting, but I'm not promoting at his scale. Right. I'm just the idea. You know, I wouldn't be where I would be, you know, with the help of others like you. We wouldn't even be sitting right here without you, you know. Cool. A lot of, man, this guy with a camera goes crazy. Like I said, him on the DJ booth is just something out of this world. You know, him promoting, man, it's not just Worm. It's them, you know. And I just want to, you know, thank the other people, you know, that helped, you know, get to this spot that aren't around anymore. I want to thank PM for, you know, believing in us. You know, this guy's way out. He's nowhere near my level. He's up there for real, you know. I just want to thank him for, you know, believing in us, you know. And Jake, you know, man, major love to you, bro. I could have easily been one of those guys where he could have said, you know what, nah. But he believed in me, you know. He's next level working with, you know, big artists, you know. He kicks it with Whoa Vicky, you know. I'm a nobody, honestly. I'm just a guy from Wichita that's just doing something. But, you know, I just want to thank all these people, man. You know, it's them.
Real love. That's real love. This is a true definition of a team.
Yeah, it's a team.
And I mean, this really goes to show, like, you can't do everything on your own. No. Like, you have to have a team behind you. Yeah. Because you can't do everything. You know, you can be, you know, a jack of all trades, but a master of none.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's big.
And everybody here has their master. Yeah. In a field that they excel at, and that is what a team is, and that's what a team does right there. Mm-hmm. You know. So I appreciate y'all for coming out, blessing the throne room.
Thank you.
Letting it be known. You know, we got Big Perm, me Big Worm. up in the studio.
Finally, I've been bullshitting.
We got Jake right there. This is the man with the camera. We got the DJ with the ones and twos. You already know what it is, and we got the big promo. Key back there. We're signing off. We'll see y'all later.